let's take a listen to an EDM track that I've been cooking up for this purpose. This is bringing together a bunch of the things we've talked about. Pluck and kick and bass. Fun. Now, when you go back and listen to this, you'll notice that a lot of the excitement comes from the sweeps up and down. A lot of this is just really noise. If you take a quick listen again to the beginning here, you have this cool atmospheric thing going on. And if you got rid of that noise, not a whole lot of motion going on. So this is an EDM practitioner's a major tool in their toolbox, is just using noise as a sound design tool. So I find that Spire soft synth is a really, really, really good one for making these kinds of noise risers and swells. Here, take a listen to this soloed. And I'll skip ahead a little bit into the sidechaining section. But when you sidechain this to a kick drum, sounds real familiar, right? Sounds like EDM. So I'll show you how to cook something like this up pretty rapidly. And also, keep in mind, noise and EDM can be used for so many different purposes. Risers coming up, kind of long fading percussive fades like this one, even hi-hats and snare drums as a layer to add excitement. It's just a lot of fun. So we're going to initialize a patch here in Spire, and what we're going to do is change the oscillator from classic to a noise oscillator. Well, that wasn't much, was it? We're going to increase the release big time of the amplitude envelope. And turn off that compressor so you can hear the raw sound. Well, that sounds super dark, doesn't it? We're going to bring it up a few octaves. We're getting close. I think this probably could use a filter, don't you? Use the Perfecto filter, a band pass, which eliminates both highs and lows. We're getting close. Let's change the filter envelope so that it takes a bit longer for all this stuff to happen. Okay, we're getting somewhere. All right, now we're in the ballpark. And maybe I'll engage the EQ, bring the low shelf down here, get rid of some of that flack. Little resonant peak in the mids. And maybe add some depth to it with, let's say, a chorus. Nice and slow. A little bit of feedback, a lot of width. And it's just that simple. Now, you can, of course, apply these methods in any soft synth that you use, but let's take a listen to this in context so you get a vibe for what noise can do. You think it would help to unmute the track? Probably. Cool. So once again, experiment with noise in a lot of different places in your productions. Noise oscillators, they're a powerful thing. I'm also a big fan of adding them to, a lead sound to add even more intensity to it. So we got this lead patch here. If we crack this open, go to oscillator 4. Change this to a noise oscillator. Make it bright. Bring it into the mix. It adds some excitement. So have fun with that. Do some synthesizing, and don't be afraid of making some noise.